In the very beginning, we talked about this little contraption called the lazy Kate, and that's used for the plying. So I've got two fairly hastily spun different kinds of yarn here. So I'm going to walk through the process of plying. The difference is, remember when we when we spun this and when we spun this, it was clockwise. So we're going to bring these two pieces together and we're going to spin it in a counterclockwise position. And that's why I wanted to make sure that you knew how to treadle both clockwise and counterclockwise, because you'll find that in most cases the counterclockwise is how you do your plying. So let's go ahead and begin to spin a plied yarn. So to start plying, we're going to begin the same way. We're going to use the orifice hook, enter it into the orifice, grab our starter thread that's already wrapped around the first hook, and on the spool, bring it out to the spinning side, which usually works pretty quickly. And now we're going to take the yarn that's on the lazy Kate. So I've got some red here on top and I've got some yellow on the bottom, two spools. I'm going to bring it up and I'm just going to see if I can tie it to the starter thread. I could probably just begin to spin and let it catch on, and let's just try that and see how well it works. So the difference is plying is counterclockwise. And there's going to be some point in your life where you start plying and then you go, oh, I was doing it clockwise, and it does make a difference. So counterclockwise, let me see if I can get it captured there. And then what I like to do is I like to separate my two yarns or the three yarns. And I just kind of use this method here so I can control that spin a little bit. Let's see what happens here. But I'm doing the same thing, is I'm really letting this counterclockwise spin be in front of the yarn. So I'm controlling where that occurs by just when I release it. It comes off. And this, because I really spun the red and the yellow really quick, you'll see that it's got thick and thin sections. But that's okay, because when the finished yarn turns out, you'll notice that it gives it some variety. So the way I look at it, it's handmade, it's unique, and you won't find it in any kind of arts or crafts shop because, well, you just made it. So you could ply with 3 plies as well. You would just add a spool to that lazy Kate. I've got an issue here where I've got some knots. What I'll probably do is just remove this chunk and then I would start plying again. But I think maybe if I just stretch it out here, and again, other spinners are rolling their eyes and going, ha, the horrors. But that's between them. They'll move forward. So that's it. You have created your first plied yarn. So we got the plying going on here, and we're going the counterclockwise. But let's say that we bought some yarn that we really, really like, and we don't have enough to do multiple bobbins. So let's look at this and go, oh, okay, don't have enough. But if you have the ability to turn into what's called a center pull yarn, so if you keep on pulling, it just comes out nice and evenly, you can do a ply where you take the yarn from the middle of the ball that comes out easily and grab the one that's on the outside of the center pull, bring them together, and then you could ply those. Now, it is a little bit odd because this kind of catches up and then it wants to roll off and catches up, but it's an easy way to use a single ply that you don't really have enough to play around with. And it's just another technique. And again, from my spinning perspective, let's loosen up the rules and just have a little fun. Thank you.